Let me share with you 4 affordable growth factor serums that I keep buying again and again. I bet you're thinking, why do I even bother? Good, let's talk about it. Hey, it's eCat. Think electronic cat? Yeah. Welcome to my edit by eCat. Before we jump into the products, let me share with you why I started using growth factor serums in the first place. The reason was I wanted to tackle my acne scarring and my post-inflammatory erythema, and I decided to do it through microneedling at home. My choice was to use Cure microinfusion system because they've already offered an EGF serum for the initial process. I then wanted to use a separate growth factor serum in order to promote healing and regeneration. As we all know, human-derived growth factors are pretty expensive. So I decided to go with something affordable, plant-based, and easily accessible to me. I settled on the 4 that I'm going to share with you shortly. How I use them. I use them primarily after a microneedling session for about 3 days, together with a hyaluronic acid serum and a ceramide-based moisturizer. Outside of the microneedling sessions, I might use it on the days when I have a damaged barrier or really irritated skin. It just helps soothe the inflammation and calm everything down. I would apply it as a first serum in my routine. Shall we get into the products? First one is not going to be a surprise to anyone. I think it's probably one of the most talked about growth factor serums on the internet. Of course, it's the ordinary GF 15% solution. I stocked up during November sales, so I have quite a few. The serum itself is super lightweight and quite watery. It's one of those that if you're not fast enough to try and pat it into your skin, it will just roll off your face. But I love it just for that reason, because I can apply 1 or 2 layers. It gives me a bit of hydration. It doesn't have a body to it. You don't really have to work it in. It plays quite nicely with the layer of hyaluronic acid that I would usually follow up with. I think there's a lot of hype and promise. I don't expect it to erase all of my wrinkles or make me look 10 years younger. I just use it to repair skin damage. I deliberately damage my skin with microneedling, and I could also experience damage by overindulging with some actives. So it is amazing at being that quiet, supportive layer in my routine. Don't expect miracles. I love how I can layer it with absolutely everything and anything. And it is super accessible and super affordable as well. Most of the serums that I'm going to follow up with are from K-Beauty, and sometimes it takes a while for me to get my hands on them. The Ordinary is really a no-brainer for me because they are available in majority of offline stores. So if I really needed one, I am quite confident that I can pop out and get one in my local store. The next serum also has a similar texture because it's quite lightweight and watery. It's Dear Klairs Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drop. I don't think it's my most favorite, but it's really up there. I adore this one. It's a shame it comes only in a 20 ml size, so it is quite small. Luckily, I got my hands on a big size thanks to Olive Young. I have a 50 ml bottle here with a little 10 ml freebie that's included in the set. I love it so much. Interestingly enough, I don't think you will find it on this packaging, but this one here says that we have 10 ppm of EGF. I think that's the first time I saw the actual amount, so that's quite curious. They call it an intensive EGF peptide treatment, I love that it has guasoline in there. It's one of my favorite ingredients. It's super calming and soothing. And yes, you do feel it when you have a damaged barrier after microneedling. You know, that instant sense of relief when you apply it. Because it's quite watery, I can't resist applying a couple of layers. I apply it generously, perfect to be the first thing that touches my skin just because of its consistency. Sometimes it's a bit pricier than I would like it to be. I really have to look out for some deals or sales on K-beauty sites or perhaps during Amazon Prime. I also obviously stocked up. I have quite a few of the 20 ml bottles, and I'll be on the lookout to get more of the 50 ml one. I got this one during the Black Friday sale. I might just have to wait for another sale so I can stock up on the larger version of this. A super affordable one from BAHA. It's the BAHA EGF Cica serum. I think this one is just so simple and a no-brainer. It has a little bit of a thicker consistency, kind of your standard hyaluronic acid serum. Sinks in quite fast and beautifully, doesn't leave any residue. I would even sometimes use just this and not follow up with a hyaluronic acid serum. It pretty much has all the goodness that I might need. Super gentle, you can't feel anything when you apply it on your damaged skin barrier. Interestingly enough, BAHA disclosed the amount of EGF that you have in the serum, and it's 5 ppm. If you go by what's written on the box, this one is going to be twice as strong as this one. So just these two to compare for now. BAHA is one of those brands that are doing some really good actives, and they are quite affordable, accessible. Usually you would find them from a variety of suppliers. Whenever I place an order, I would always look at the BAHA EGF serum. Maybe there's a good discount, and I just kind of always add one to my order whenever possible, just so I have some on hand. It's probably the most affordable EGF serum on the list today. If you are interested and you don't know where to start, obviously the Ordinary is the most accessible, but I would say BAHA is the simplest one and the most affordable. The last item on our list is, I adore, you might have seen it in my empties already several times. It's by Haruharu Wonder, and it's their Black Rice Hyaluronic Botanical 2GF Wonderful Ampoule. It says here for intensive repair, and yes, I would totally agree. If you were to choose just one growth factor serum out of today's lineup, I would probably suggest you go with this one. It kind of does everything. It hydrates, and it's got a wonderful array of growth factors. This is a rice-based growth factor. I think it's got the epidermal growth factor and fibroblast growth factor. It says here 10 ppm, so I'm assuming that's the amount of the growth factors of each growth factor that you have in the serum. The consistency is like this lovely hyaluronic acid serum. I would probably compare it to the Toradin or the Isentry hyaluronic acid serum. It gives you that instant sense of hydration once it hits your skin. It has a bit of a body to it, works in quite nicely. If I were to use just this serum, I think I would be a happy camper. It's truly everything that you might need in one for a hydrating and supporting serum. The Haruharu can be a little bit expensive. I do look out for good discounts or sales in order to stock up. So whenever I see it at a good price, I would add several to my basket. I would not wait, because the pricing on sites like Stylevanna or Yes Style is continuously changing. The price you have today might not be the price tomorrow. Therefore, in order to get it at a good value, I would have to buy on the spot. And I have no regrets. I feel comforted that I have a few in my stash. Whenever I need one, I just choose any one and add it to my rotation. I don't think I would be able to tell you which one of these feels better or works better. I think they all play a role and a different one, and I kind of rotate them without thought. As long as I have one of these when I need it in my routine, then I'm a happy camper. I do love them all, and I just know they're performing a supporting function in my skincare routine. I am better off with them than without them. So I think the moral of the story is, don't expect miracles. Don't expect your wrinkles to disappear, and don't expect to wake up the next day looking 10 years younger. Growth factors are there to repair and support our skin barrier. And you know what? I love the feel of them. I love having them in my routine just for that soothing and a supportive function. They're the quiet heroes. What are your thoughts? Do you think plant-derived growth factors are a waste of money? Or do you enjoy using them just as much as I do? Let me know in the comments. And if you love skincare that feels fun, with lots of steps and zero regrets, then hit subscribe and come back and hang out with me again. But don't go just yet. If you still got some time, I hope you stay and watch this next video. I'll see you again soon.